it's intriguing. People like video. All right. If we go to the video page, top 2 videos, better chance of them clicking on it. Okay. Let's go back here, and we can do multiple keywords. All right. So let's get more specific. People are looking for a music camp in Libertyville. All right. So people are looking for a music camp in Libertyville. Again, here we are. It's only been about a week. More likely to find your stuff. And again, I just did this with video sharing sites. We haven't taken the audio and turned it into articles yet or podcasts, so we could easily get multiple locations. Let's be a little even more specific that we're looking for a rock camp in Libertyville. All right. So now, again, we're on page 1. We rank high. People are paying to be on this ad. You know, rock camp, Long Lake camp, right? But what is your eye drawn to? It's drawn to the video. And the nice part about this, especially in Google, is if you go here and look for the preview, they have this really cool preview feature. And if you have video, people can look at it. They can get a little preview and go, oh yeah, I definitely want to check this out. I want you to also notice that right here, below here, is another location of where this video was put. So that's part of the reason we do this in multiple sites. You guys getting the idea? There's also phrases that we can do that maybe you don't think about. People are looking for. Little kids summer camp. All right, little kids summer camp. All right. There is again. First page, little kid summer camp. It's on YouTube. All right. So anyway, I just want to give you the guys a little taste of what can be done. Like I mentioned before, you're a national company, but you're competing regionally, and that's what you have to focus on. Thanks a lot. Let's get back to the presentation.
Okay, guys. So I'm back. I hope you got the idea and get a little taste of what can be done. Let's move on here. All right. So phase 2. You've done a good job with Google Places. We know Google Places has replaced the phone book. But there's also other online and mobile directories that you need to submit to. One, people use them. 2, it helps boost your Google Places ranking. Now, I don't know if you've done Google Places for each individual location. There's some limitations, as you need to have a physical address, phone number, that type of thing. That's something we need to look at. We need to update marketing materials with all the social media information. So, in other words, if you do an ad, all right, put in the mobile marketing thing. You know, text Camp Jam to 72727. You know, right here we have a QR code, a quick response code. Now, if you haven't seen these around yet, you're going to see more and more of them. A lot of magazines are every ad they're putting a QR code in because you can take people directly to where they want to go. You'd be looking through a magazine, you take out your phone, and you don't have to type it in. It just takes you right to that website. Now, this is a functioning QR code. We made this for you guys. If you have the application, you can scan it. It'll open up Camp Jam, and you're right there with Camp Jam. We need to create a Camp Jam orientation webinar for parents. That was something that Steve indicated, that once people sign up, there's all kinds of questions. And you know, some of the question and answer videos will take care of that. But again, those are more lead capture. There needs to be an orientation video. So when you say, hey, you know, here, thanks for joining up. You know, please watch this video. It'll cut down a lot of the questions being answered, and it'll also save you a lot of time. Guerrilla marketing. This was something that Steve Cohn on my end covered, but essentially we're going to come up with some unique and inexpensive ways to market Camp Jam and to get things to go viral. This little video, I think, was done by one of the instructors.
I see my friends kicking in the front seat, sitting in the back seat. Gotta make my mind up. Which seat can I take?
Sean,
Anyway, you get the idea. It's just a little video they did that kind of was a
I was just trying to
spoof on that, I think it was the
decide
Becker
if
Girl
it's
on her
seat
Friday
I was gonna
song.
say
But it's been getting a lot of views on YouTube. So we just have some really kind of cool
Get in
ideas on
there.
how to do some things incorporate it with social media, incorporate it with some of the tools and
It's
software.
Friday,
Right, we've all got it, so that's it.
gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's
Let's move on. All right, we need to focus on the promo materials. Now, you had mentioned on your Battle of the Online Rock solos. And it's getting some traction, which is great. But there's some things that we could have done if we got involved earlier to help promote that, to cross promote it against all your social media platforms, to put it in some software that we have that will specifically look out for people that like music and they would be drawn to that. And there's also some software that we can use that you can create a contest and award points for people doing certain activities, like, hey, post this on your YouTube channel, post this on your Facebook page, refer this to a friend, and you can then go ahead and award a prize for whoever gets the most points. Again, the whole idea is that you're creating buzz around this contest. And then you want to develop some standards for each promo. So it's like, okay, we're going to have this promo. Here's some things specifically we need to do. All right. Now, we also need to set up referral and affiliate programs. I just happen to be a Learn Certified Affiliate Manager, which means I can create and manage affiliate programs. There's a lot of people out there and that are involved with music that have big lists. And let me just give you an idea what I'm talking about. See these guys right here? freedrumlessons.com. And I want to, just a side note, when I say, you get to a site and you're supposed to know what to do, when you get to this site, you know what you're supposed to do. They're going to give you a video. They're going to say, hey, fill your information out to get your drum lesson. All right. Well, if you go here to their YouTube page, this one has 5 million views, and it's just for free guitar lessons. They sell a $97 product. That's the whole thing, is they're trying to sell a $97 product. Now, I don't know if they have an affiliate program set up, but if they did, usually a cut would be anywhere from 25 to 50%. So if you find things of value like this, you can market it to your list to say, hey, this is something that we found interesting. You might find it interesting, and if you get 1,000 people to bite on it, or if you get 500 people to bite on it, and you're getting $25 to $50 a pop, it's just another little revenue stream. At the same time, you can go to these guys, and they got 5 million views, and say, hey, look, can you mail our stuff, and we'll pay you $25 for anybody that signs up, and the sky's the limit, because these guys do drum lessons and keyboard lessons and vocals, and there's lots and lots more people like that. So you need to set up an affiliate program, a formal affiliate program for Camp Jam, and then find people who we can promote their stuff. That's quality, and then they would promote ours in turn. And then we also want to take a look at the new market approach. One of the things that Steve Cohn mentioned to me when we were doing some research is that every camp takes place in a church or school, or school church. And from him, he said it was very important. The environment for his son to be in was drug-free, smoke-free, language, that whole thing. But the environment was a great environment. And there's a lot of schools and school districts are hurting for funds for music programs. Same thing with church youth groups, and we have some ideas how we can kind of help get into this market a little bit, and then maybe help generate some revenue for them. So that's an area we would tackle. And then we need to create a new market city domination plan. Once we go into a new market, there's a number of things that we would do to set that market up to get some traction quickly. Google Places, specific videos, keyword backlinking, some press, some PR, local interviews, things like that. So I'm sure the idea is to grow this and grow this in multiple cities. So we would put that together. I'm sure you probably have something, but we would just add some of the new media pieces to it. And then this was Steve Cohn, again, covered this a little bit more, but I'll talk about it. We're going to focus on celebrity, any newsworthy story, like the Shepherd Spinal Center. That's a great thing. Local press for events. If we've got a particular celebrity coming in that's going to be involved in a camp, there's multiple ways we can leverage that locally to get people to pick up on it, to say, hey, this is really cool. This is something that's really cool, just to be aware of it. Video testimonials. We talked about that when we first met. While these folks are at camp, we just need to pull them aside and get some quick video testimonials. And then, also kind of educate the students a little bit on who these folks are. Create some videos around that. I was talking to somebody, my neighbor across the street happened to be a counselor. He's a teacher. And we're talking a little bit about this. And some of the people that come to the camps, parents know them, but the kids may not. But if we create a little video around, say, who Liberty DeVito is and who he's been involved with, and we blast out to the kids, they're going to be more geeked once they get to the camp. All right? And then Steve also wanted to do, again, Steve Cohn from my end, wanted to do some research about advertising your past publications, what worked, what didn't, some other potential publications that might be newsworthy or might want to spend dollars. Then it comes down to there might be a few select publications that we would want to pay to be in, but usually you can spend your money elsewhere and get a better return. But we would want to take a look at some of that stuff. Phase 3, we want to publish and write some articles about the camp leaders. Again, it's a whole that regional basis. We've got some folks there. Local press might pick up on this because it's again featured the local people. We can also, all these things can be pushed out through Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all those channels. And then we want to do some stuff to feature the talent that you have from the camps. I mean, I'm sure that you have students that have gone on to do some really great things, and you have some very talented students within the camps. So we want to do some features about those, both as an internal maybe contest, local feature, a number of things that can be done. But anyway, we want to feature some of that camper talent. We talked about partnerships and level partnerships. We've got to flesh out who gets what. Not everybody should be on the board if they're not participating equally. All right. And then we want to address the other programs I talked about. And again, I'm really excited about the team building program. I've worked for Fortune 10 companies in healthcare arena, and I've been in a lot of these things where they brought painters in, and they had, some of the programs were interesting. Most of them were like, oh gosh, can this just be done with? But something where it's a true team building event, and then also involves a concert, because most all the time they have some type of concert at the end. It would be really great, and I would think if something like that would occur with a company that I work, it would be saying, wow, this is something they really took a lot of time to figure out, something that was great, and it wasn't a waste of money. So anyway, I have some good ideas around that. And then the EXP program, a lot of guys, our age group, again, Steve Cohn and I, that were driving around in their blue whatever with their cassette blaring, listening to music, never got to be in a rock band, or got to be in a rock band. They still play music a little bit. I know the economy's been hit, but it's going to come back, and the money's out there. I've got a friend who out of Peachtree City, they do a kind of like a World War II pilot experience, and we fly in planes and we do some stuff. And I think he charges $3 to $5 grand, and you have people signing up from the UK that we're going to fly over. So market it correctly. You can take this and eventually make it a moneymaker. In phase 4, refresh Camp Jam. Again, optimize the user experience. There's a lot of information on there. Eventually, you might want to limit that a little bit and direct the people. You might want to, brand everything, accordingly. Steve Cohn will talk more about this, but essentially, when it comes to that time, you want to have the person know when they get there what they need to do and where they need to go, and then it's a step process. And then refresh the marketing materials for brand continuity as necessary. Next time you have some printing done, you add the QR codes, and you add the mobile marketing thing, and you just want to have some brand continuity across all your marketing materials. And so, again, how all this will work for you, there's people out there on the internet. They're on their mobile devices. They're looking at videos. They're reading articles. They're on blogs. They're on social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. They're looking at Google Places. They're texting each other. They're reading emails. So you got to find a way to have this all leveraged and work together. If you do one piece, you don't want it just out there isolated. You want to leverage it in multiple locations, and we can do that. We know how to do that. So anyway, I hope this was useful. Again, for the guys that didn't get to see this, it's kind of a quick overview. So when you view the proposal, you have some basis of what we were talking about. And again, there's our contact information. That's my cell phone. That's Steve. We're always available. Anyway, thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.